Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. If you are new here, so are we. My name is Kate. This is our second video on this channel. There's Georgia in the background. We are in the car headed towards Knowlton. It's a 3-hour drive door to door, but of course with a 7-month-old we will probably we'll probably have to stop once, possibly twice. I've done this drive with Georgia a lot of times, so she's getting good in the car. Usually she just likes to stretch or needs a diaper change once and then we're good to go. So wish us luck and let's hit the road. So we're about an hour and a half in on our journey. We're in Hudson, so almost halfway. But this Georgie girl needed a little stretch and a diaper change. So I'm going to sit here in the back with her for a couple of minutes and let her out of the car seat. Yeah. And then we got to get gas and then we are on our way back to Knowlton. Okay. So it's the next morning. Yesterday, Georgia just slept for the rest of the car ride. It was very uneventful, which is always great. But we ended up just getting there too late. I wanted to go to the Airbnb last night and check it out and see what state the renters left it in. But it just ended up being too late in the evening. So we have lots of things to do today. Spring is here. Summer is around the corner. We have some patio furniture that needs to be taken out, get the house ready for summertime. So I'll put in some clips of that. I'll probably have to wash down the glass table and all of the chairs. And then take a look at the garden, maybe do some sprucing up with the front beds. We have to go to the grocery store, pick up some milk and cream. We have guests coming this weekend. It is currently Wednesday, so I have to pick that up for them. But of course, first stop is going to be coffee. As always, I'm going to go over to our local coffee shop, Virgin Hill. Shout out Virgin Hill. Delicious coffee, and they have a drive-through, which is the only place in Knowlton that has a drive-through, so that's a huge plus. So yeah, let's go get some coffee. Okay, coffee obtained. Iced flat white is what I get. So good. So first on our list of things to do today is the grocery store. I'm going to go pick up my mom because she needs to go grocery shopping as well. All I really need is milk and cream for our next guests for their coffee. But I'm going to go pick her up and we're going to go do that and then head on over to the house. Would you like to hold this for Mom?
Bienvenue. Veuillez scanner votre premier article. $2,29 $3,49.
So finally at the house, we just got here. I'm just taking a look at the backyard, which I'm in now. It's kind of like the worst time of year for gardens. Everything looks kind of drab, but I do have my mom here who is a landscaper. So she's going to help us kind of tidy up the gardens, at least as much as we can for right now. But I'll do a little tour of our backyard. Before it's in full bloom. So this is our kind of signature spot in the Airbnb. This is what we made the logo with. The birch trees with our little fire pit and these Adirondack chairs that Shane actually custom made. They're really large and nice. I'll sit in one just so that you can see how nice and large they are. But these birch trees have lights on them and they are on at all times of the year. So it's really, really nice. But these are big oversized chairs that Shane made that we love, and it steps away from our deck. Gonna do a little quick tour of the backyard and then I have to go in and do some inventory things. But here we have a little path that goes down a hill to the second portion of our backyard, and eventually this will all be landscaped. But of course it's a huge job and we have not really started it except for clearing a bunch of brush down here. What's really cool is we have no neighbors on one side. This is all fenced in. So we are pet friendly. If you want to bring your dogs, they're safe to roam back here. We have one neighbor on our right, super awesome. He actually has a food truck business, and if you're here staying at the house on James, you can go next door and get some really, really good thin crust pizzas. And he also smokes chicken and different types of meat, so that's a plus also when you're staying here. And you can tell Richard that we sent you. So eventually, probably sooner rather than later, we're going to put a hot tub in, and I'm thinking that if you walk up this path, well, you won't have to walk up this path, but I'm thinking I want to put a hot tub behind these birch trees right here. We're going to build a platform here, put the hot tub in, and then I want to put some hooks on those trees so you can hang up towels. I think that would be really cool. And then when these birch trees are lit up, you'll have those pretty lights while you're sitting in the hot tub, and then the rest is just kind of dark, and it would be really cool because you're in the woods but you're so close to the house and you've got the pretty lights. So yeah, it's not the nicest looking at this time of year. It's kind of like the worst season in Quebec. Nothing has really sprouted. It's kind of muddy, but we're gonna make it look the best that we can for now. And I'm super excited for the spring, the later spring and closer to summer, because then it's really beautiful and all the flowers and the plants that my mom has helped us choose and plant in the backyard will be bloomed and beautiful for the videos to come. Okay, not sure what the audio is going to be like in here. The vacuum is going now, so if you can hear me, I'll use this clip. But I am currently in the basement in our storage unit, so this is where we keep all of our extras like soap, body wash, shampoo, conditioner. We provide all of that for guests, as well as dish soap and cleaning products and sugars and all of that. So I'm going to go through that quickly down here and see what we need to refill. My sister-in-law told me that we're out of sugar packets for coffee, so that is a must on my list to buy, and water bottles as well. We leave water bottles on the bedside tables for each guest, so I'm going to go through that real quick and speed through it. So I'm out front now. I just thought I would show the garden in the springtime in the front, which my mom so kindly takes care of for us. She's a landscaper. That's her job in the summertime. She has her own business, so we really luck out on that, and having her be able to help us with that is really awesome. So I'll show you what we have. So don't mind the gardening tools. My mom is actually here today helping us with the garden, kind of opening it for springtime. So we just have some nice boxwoods lined up. And then in the back, once everything blooms, we've got some Russian sage that looks really nice. It kind of looks like lavender ish, but it gets really tall and wispy, and they pop up in the back of those boxwoods, which is really cool. And then last year we planted some pink dahlias, which I want to remove actually because they spread like wildfire. And I don't really think that they look that nice here. So that is the front. So little fun fact about when we were looking at this house to buy, actually before we even came to look at the house, we drove by it a few times, and there were two signs that made me feel like this was the house that we needed to buy. The first sign was where these flowers are sprouting, we actually dug up all of this area with an excavator, so we thought any flower that bloomed there was going to be completely gone. And there were some poppies, bright red poppies, and they are significant to both Shane and I's grandfather. We actually called my grandfather Poppy. And so when we saw those, we were like, oh, that's so cool. You don't see a lot of poppies around the area that we're in, and they just keep coming back even though we dug up this whole area with an excavator. So that's kind of cool. And then the second sign, this was a little bit later after we had actually purchased the house and we came to see it for the first time. There were trees here before we dug everything up, and there were actually cardinals, bright red cardinals, and cardinals are a big sign for me. I see red cardinals all the time. They're just always flying in front of my car, bright red. And I feel like it's a bird that not a whole lot of people see all the time, and I'm big on signs. So there was a nest in one of these trees with a bunch of baby cardinals, and the mom and the dad, bright red dad. The male cardinals are red, and the mom. So that was really cool because we knew we wanted to start a family, and cardinals are a sign of fertility and also that a passed away loved one is looking out for you. So that was a really cool sign. And I will show you because we had to tear that tree down. And don't worry, we left the nest there and we waited, and then we tore the tree down after the family of birds had left. I was not going to destroy their home, but I did put something in our backyard just to show kind of some significance to that, and that is this little cardinal in our garden. And don't mind this garden, it's an absolute disaster. We're going to redo the whole thing. But I love these little cardinals that we have in here because it reminds me of the nest that was here on the day that we moved in. Or not the day that we moved in, but the day that we got the keys to the house. All right, it is much later in the day now. Back at the house, everything looks pristine and clean and beautiful. My sister-in-law does an amazing job at cleaning this house and always gets 5-star reviews on the cleanliness, so we love that. I'm gonna end the video here. Thanks for joining us on this kind of adventure that we've had. Took 2 days to get everything done, but that's all good. It's all worth it. I'm gonna leave this video with a little peek at the backyard. You can kind of see behind me the birch trees all lit up, and you can hear the sounds of the crickets and the frogs, which is one of my favorite things about the country. And coming back here and getting to use the house too at night in the summertime is just so nice, the noises. My next video is going to be a tour of the inside of the house, all set up with all of the little touches that we leave for the guests. So a little house tour. Hopefully that will be as exciting for you guys as it is for me. I love looking at this house, especially when it's all clean and set up and doesn't have all of our junk in it. So looking forward to that. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe and like and share this video. I really enjoy making them, and I'd love to have you come along the journey of all of the Airbnb things that we do in the future. Thanks, everyone. Bye.